And welcome to Yoga with Zoe at Plymouth College Yoga Hub. I hope you can join me for 15-20 minutes of just some simple yoga with flexibility and a little bit of mindfulness at the end and some meditation. So we're going to be starting today on the floor in child's pose. So make sure you've got plenty of room around you and come down on your knees. So we're going to be sitting back to our heels, feet together, and just gently bring your forehead to the floor. If you don't like putting your forehead on the floor, grab a little pillow. You can always put the pillow there to rest your forehead on. Arms are coming behind you with your palms up, and just relax here for a moment and take for me 3 nice relaxed deep breaths. Just breathing in gently in through the nose and gently breathing out through the mouth. And just trying to let go of any tension that you might feel in the breath as you stay here for this moment. Try and relax your shoulders, just let them soften to the floor. As you breathe in, feel that breath going all the way down through the spine. As you breathe out, feeling tension just loosening away from the body. And just feel the ground supporting you now, with your forehead supported on the ground. So we're going to gently come up onto hands and knees. So you're going to have your hands just here under your shoulders, and you're going to have your knees just under your hips. So we come into this, what we call cat pose. Okay, so from here, just look forward, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to tuck your toes, lift up your hips and push back to your downward dog. So make sure here that your head is tucked through your shoulders, chin into chest, and make sure that your knees are soft and you're just gently easing back into your heels. You don't have to get your heels to the floor, but you're just gently easing into this nice stretch down the back of the legs, the hamstrings, as you hold here for just a couple more breaths. So if you want to, you can make a little transferring of weight from your right heel to your left. So as you inhale, transfer to the other side. As you exhale, press that heel to the floor. So you inhale up on your toes, exhale, press down into your heel. So you're alternating heels, and just feel that you're really lengthening into each leg as you do that. You're just deepening your stretch. And you can just keep going with this. It's quite nice, just easing into all those little niggly bits that you feel might need just stretching out. From here, we're going to gently walk our hands into our feet. So bring your hands to your feet. Your feet can be hip width or a little wider if you feel that's more comfortable. Take an inhale and just look forward, and as you exhale, bring your upper body, your chest towards your legs, and hold your elbows. So we're holding our elbows here and just relaxing our neck and shoulders. So just soften here, let your upper body just simply hang. So just allowing all the way from your waist up to your crown of your head just to relax and soften to the floor. Now if you want to, you can add a little swing. So we add these little swings where we're just taking our weight from side to side and just gently taking our elbows to each alternate leg. Again, just relaxing your breath here, so just gently breathing in and out as you just allow that little swing through the waist. From here, we're going to just gently take an inhale, relax your hands, and as you exhale, uncurl your spine. So you're gently rolling up through the spine, shoulders back at the top, and taking a deep breath in. So just give yourself a moment here to feel grounded through your feet, nice and tall as you take a further couple of breaths. So from here, we're going to take it into some sun salutations. So sun salutations today, nice little simple sun sals. So bring your feet hip width apart, lift your toes, spread them down onto the floor, feel nice and grounded onto your mat. And just have your arms nicely relaxed beside you. Try and relax your shoulders back and lengthen your neck. So really lifting your head away from your shoulders. You're trying to create distance here between your ears and your shoulders, and that helps to lengthen through the spine as well. So let's take an inhale. We're going to float our arms up nice and high into extended mountain, and you can look up just with the eyes, just looking to the ceiling here. Don't crick your neck right back. It's not good for your neck. So if you can, just follow the gaze, the eyes up, and keep your chin where it is. So inhaling, lengthen through your spine, lift your rib cage here, and as you exhale, we're going to do a side bend over to the right. Okay, so breath out here. Take a moment to take 2 breaths. So you're taking another breath here and seeing if you can extend a bit more. And then we inhale, lift. We exhale over to the other side, gently creating that nice bend and feeling the stretch down the right. Take another breath in, and on that next exhale, see if you can extend the stretch a bit more. Come back up to center, but this time we're going to come down the midline. You're going to breathe out, bring your hands to your heart center and come forward into a forward fold. So you're pushing forward from the crown of your head into a forward fold, relaxing the hands just to the feet. Inhaling here at the bottom and exhaling, uncurling through the spine as you come up, and then lift your arms again. Inhale to rise. This time though, we're going to bring the hands behind the back. Clasp your hands, push your palms away, squeeze your shoulder blades. So you're really lifted tall, arms pushing away, and just again, follow your gaze up towards your ceiling here. And just take a big breath in. So really stretching down the front of the body. It's really good for you here to open out through the front of the body. So on our next inhale, let the palms go, lift them high, big inhale. As you exhale, go over to the right, big breath out, lengthen. Inhale, on the next exhale, lengthen a bit more. Inhale, come up high. Exhaling over to the other side, nice and gentle. Hips stay still. Inhaling and exhaling a little bit further if we can. Inhale to rise, and exhale coming down the midline of the body. Push your hips back, breath out, hands to floor. Relax head and shoulders. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, uncurl. We do one more, this time a little quicker. So we're going to inhale, reach. We're going to exhale, clasp hands behind the back, push the hands away. Big inhale as you look up and squeeze your shoulder blades together at the back, opening the chest. One more breath here. As you inhale on the next breath, you're going to raise the palms up, and we're going to take that side stretch. Breath out. Inhale again. Exhale, lengthen a little bit more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, over. Left side. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen a bit more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Breath out. Just coming back to mountain pose. Good, so just relax your hands. Give your arms a shake. We're going to come on to a little bit now more of leg strength. So we're going to come on to some warriors. So our warrior poses, all about the legs, all about building strength in those. We're going to step the right foot forward and the left foot back. So sideways on, we've got right foot coming into a lunge, back foot turned out, and you're looking over your front leg. Hips are square, so square your hips, push back into that back heel and lengthen your back leg. Create a nice right angle with this front knee, and then float your arms front and back. Okay, so holding this warrior two, you're looking out over your front hand, your body central, and then we're going to just turn the palms here. So both palms are open to the sky and the ceiling. You're inhaling here, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to reach forward with this right hand as if you're trying to touch something in front of that front leg. Inhale back to center, and exhale, try and take your left hand back. That hand behind you, reaching back a bit further. Inhale back to center, and exhale, reach forward with that right palm. Bring your elbow to knee, and we come into our extended side bend. So you're going to bring your left arm up and over, really open out through your chest here. So you're turning to the side, yeah, to create that nice length from the tip of your left fingertips all the way down to your shoulder, to your left hip and your foot. So that nice length. If you want more, you can place the hands on the floor and that will extend the pose. Okay, so we're going to take this palm behind the back, and that will help open out that top shoulder. So if your elbow's on the knee, you're just looking and turning a bit more here, feeling that nice rotation through the spine. Okay, so from here, we're going to change. So use your hands to just bring that back foot in and change legs. We go to the other side. So this time, that left foot forward, right foot back. And again, think about a nice lunge position with the legs. So you're pushing back into the back here, you're looking forward, and you're going to take those arms front and back. I'm going to do this way, just so that I've got a nice lot more, I've got more room. So open the palms to the ceiling, and really think about being tall here. You're opening through your hips. Okay, your hips are turned to the side, but you're looking out over your front palm. So let's inhale, reach forward with that front palm. See how far you can reach your arm out. Inhale back to center, exhale, reach behind you. See how far you can take that back hand. Inhale back to center. Exhale, reach a bit further with that front hand. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Turn your body, float your right arm up and over towards the front. And again, keep turning and taking that top shoulder back. And breathe. Feel your feet grounded to the floor. You can take the hand inside the foot. And again, that'll help you open up a little bit more. From here, we take this hand behind. So back of the palm on your lower back. Look up, it will help you take the top shoulder back a bit more. You can always bring the elbow back to the knee. And look here, holding strongly through the body, using the strength in the legs, in the core, and twisting here. We inhale, come up, relax the legs, step forward. You might want to give your legs a little shake. Okay, you might feel a little bit breathless, that's fine. You're doing some strengthening work, so we'll increase your breath rate a little bit, so that's fine too. So from here, I'm just going to check, we're going to come on to our triangle pose. So triangle pose, nice easy one. So let's take, left foot is facing away, right foot, you can take your feet wider than the mat if you want actually, or if you want a little bit closer, the width of the mat. For me, I prefer taking my feet a little bit wider than the mat. So you're going to turn the back foot in, the front foot straight. Your legs are both long, but if you have any knee problems, you can bend the knee here. Don't feel you have to extend the knee back. So you're floating your arms up, and what you're going to do is you're going to reach forward. So I'm going to show you this way, because actually I've got no room there. So I'm going to lengthen up here, and I'm going to reach forward from the waist. So what I'm doing is I'm really lengthening my right arm, or the arm that you've got going out over the front leg. I'm lengthening as far forward as I can. I'm then taking that hand below the knee to the shin, and I'm lengthening up the left hand, and I'm looking high. And this is helping keep my shoulder nicely back, so I'm not leaning forward. Find here that you start to feel your abdominals engage as you hold this position. Again, gently pushing into the feet. And from here, we can take it a little bit more into a little bit more strength work, because we can let go of this front arm and we can float that top arm. So we're reaching both arms towards that front leg, keeping strong in the core and strong in the side of the body as we breathe. Anytime you want, you can bring that hand back, and again bring the arm back up. Good, let's change sides. All right, so this time I'm going to do it this way. So foot forward, the right foot behind or the alternate foot. Float the arms up as you inhale. As you exhale, you're reaching forward over that front foot. Exhale, turn, rotate the body and look up towards your top palm, keeping that top shoulder back. Really engage by pushing into the feet, okay, using the strength of the legs. From here, we're going to take it into that extension if you want to. If not, just have a little go, extending the bottom arm out. See how it feels. Feels okay? Extend that top arm nice and straight, keeping the body nice and still, engaging your abdominals, feeling that strength as you hold. And breathe, really important here, use your breath. Inhale to come up, and exhale to release. Again, just relax here, give your feet a little shake. Might want to shake your arms, and take a couple of breaths. Okay. So let's come on to a little bit of balance. Our balance poses are really good for leg strength and really good for focus and concentration. So we're going to do tree into flower, and then from flower we're going to come into a dive. So we're going to try going down towards the floor. And we did this last week, so we're going to practice that again today. So let's make a start. Tree pose, as you know, toe to floor. Hands in front of heart center, roll your shoulders back and down, and take a moment to float the foot to the lower leg, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, or above the knee. So you're coming all the way to the top of the leg, pressing the foot gently on the thigh. If you want more, you're flexing this foot, right foot, bringing it across the left thigh and relaxing the knee here. Again, you can hold the foot with your right hand on your hip, or you can just keep the foot there by itself, okay? Don't do that last option if you've got any knee problems, okay? Because it's a little bit more extreme for the knee. But otherwise, holding your chosen tree pose, nice and tall here. So let's take a couple of breaths. Okay, you can always take the foot lower if you want to, anytime, or higher. And let's lengthen here in our tree. So inhale, reach high, really lift your rib cage away from your hips, engage, and try and look up if you can to challenge your balance. Now from here we're going to come into flower. So our flower pose is where we're going to just take hold of the inside of your right foot, the foot that you've got in tree pose, and you're going to tip forward from the waist, lifting that back toe high to the ceiling. Okay, and this front arm is forward. Don't have to go all the way forward, but just as high as you can, keeping your hips nice and square to the floor. So we don't turn the hips, keep the hips nicely square. From here, we can then take a dive. So what we're going to do is we're going to take hold of the hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades as we push that back leg out, nice and long, away from the body, hip height, hips are square, and as you exhale, you're going to see if you can take a little dive. So you're taking the head down towards the floor, just as far as you feel you can, and hold. Keep breathing here, focus on a spot on the floor, that will really help with your balance. And from here, we release. We change legs. You might want to give that left leg, the leg you're on longest, a nice shape, and we change sides. So right foot, we're going to come back to tree. So try and do the same thing with this leg that you did with the other. So you balance each side of the body out. And again, roll your shoulders, feel tall in your spine, and find that focus point as you relax and focus to the breath. Nice and strong as we inhale, we lengthen high with the palms, lengthening the body as we go. Looking up here if we wish. Creating more length through the body. Breathing. And then releasing as we come into flower. So we're grabbing hold of the inside of that left foot, We inhale, and as we exhale, we float the right arm forward. We extend it from the shoulder height, and we lift that back toe. See if we can lift it a little higher, but we're keeping our hips square to the floor. And breathing here as we focus. Great. Now from here, let's see if we can dive. So we're going to extend the back leg as we clasp our hands, squeeze our shoulder blades together. Feel nice and strong in the back here as you take a big breath in, and as you exhale, we fold nice and slowly, just as you feel comfortable. You're going with each breath out, seeing if you can maybe go a bit further until you feel that's maybe far enough. But again, challenge yourself here. See how far you can go. You'll be surprised. Inhale, come up, release. Shake your legs because it's quite a lot of work for your legs if you're not used to it as well. So do that, shake your arms, your wrists. Good. So from here, let's come on to our Hindi squat. So favourite pose of mine, love Hindi squat. Turning our feet out about the width of the mat. Palms together, big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to sit down. So you might find you get to here with this one, and this is enough. So it's like a deep squat. Back is lifted, okay? So chest up, looking forward. Elbows just inside the knees, palms towards chest. If you feel you can, you're going a bit deeper, come down into the hips and into your full Hindi squat. So make sure elbows are inside knees, your palms are towards your chest center, and you're looking forward. Start to feel that real stretch in the hips as you hold. And breathe, enjoy this stretch and release. Now from here, we can take it into a little bit of a deeper stretch. So we can bring our hands forward, okay, to the floor, spread your fingers, and we can just take our weight forward. Just give ourselves a little rock. So inhale, come back, exhale, come forward. And see if you can keep your toes on the floor. So what you're doing is you're bringing your body weight forward and feeling a little bit of strength coming into the hands. There's a reason we're doing this. If you stick with me on this one, I'll show you where that can take you, all right, in subsequent videos. We're going to try and come into our bird. So this practice for bird is how we create stability, all right, in the hands to take our body weight. So we can eventually, when we get ready, we can lift one toe and the other toe and just keep practicing lifting toes. So my weight is behind my elbows, just above, behind the elbow joint. That's where my knees are gripping. And my body weight just comes forward enough to the hands so that I can just lift one toe and then maybe the other, and then maybe simultaneously swapping toes until I can lift both toes. And I might just do it for a second, but that's fine, because this is all about gaining confidence to just feel that you've got that balance to let go. Okay? So we're going to keep practicing that one. It's a good little party piece to do, and you'll need to release your wrists, yeah, in between doing those. So I don't want you to rush those. This is something you can just practice, but if you are practicing it, I would make sure you have a pillow. So have some bigger pillows in front of you, because what sometimes people do is they will fall forward, okay, and if you've got nice big cushions in front of you, it doesn't matter, because you're going to fall on those cushions rather than onto the floor, okay. But anyway, we'll keep going through that one, so don't worry about that. But let's come into just kneeling now and just take a few more circles for the wrist, just to relax that out. Okay, nice deep breaths. Good. So from here, we're going to come into a little bit of back strengthening. So we're going to do, okay, so we're going to do our camel sky. We're going to do camel first, and we're going to come into skydiver. So skydive is good strength work for the back. Camel, just going to release the back now. So camel, we're going to come into kneeling on our mat. Knees are hip width apart, okay, so like that. Just showing you from the side. So tuck your toes under and take a moment to turn and touch each heel. So you're rotating the body and just grabbing each heel. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, turn and grab your heel. Just taking your body weight onto each heel, rotating and releasing. From here, we're going to come back to the right foot with that right hand. We're going to inhale, lift the left arm, and we're going to look up to the ceiling. I don't want you to take the head all the way back, but you're just looking up to keep the chin lifted and extending that top arm just up and overhead. And breathing, feeling that stretch all up the left side there of the body, really opening out, releasing through the back and the spine. Let's inhale, come back. Change your left hand now as you exhale, coming to your left heel, and as you breathe out, float that right arm up and over. Keep looking for just forward so that you keep that line with the head. Breath here as you hold. Release, come up. Good, so let's come onto our tummy. It's time to come onto the tummy. So just gently come down. And we're going to come into our skydiver pose. So for skydiver, you want to make sure that your knees, okay, hip width apart, your head facing the floor, and your arms are just here, okay, sort of right angles to the body. So my elbows are in line with my shoulders and my forearms are forward. Okay, so from here, I want you to flex your feet, okay, so bring your toes, flex your toes in, okay, and then as we inhale, we're going to lift off. So we're squeezing shoulder blades, pushing legs off the floor, and breathing here. Breath out. Inhale, we're going to see if we can lift a bit more. Holding, really feeling that squeeze as you push the feet high as well. Engaging the glutes, engaging the whole of the back. One more breath, see if we can lift a bit more. And again, breathe out. Hold strongly. And release. Calm down. Release your forehead to your floor, to the hands, just in front of you. Bring your feet back to the floor. Take a few nice deep breaths here. So just really relax. Forehead, relaxing onto the hands. Feel the weight of your head releasing onto the floor. And just breathe. Let the body relax from that. Okay, so from here, we're going to just roll over and come into sitting, because we're going to just come into reverse plank. So your legs are going to be out long in front of you. Your hands are going to be under your shoulders, but your palms are turning in. Okay, so hands directly under your shoulders, shoulder width apart. You can have your feet a little bit closer in, knees bent. You're going to push up your hips. So this is the easier version, all right? You're lifting the hips, looking up, and keeping strong in the core and the back. Your alternate option, a little bit harder, is reversing plank. So you're trying to touch the toes to the floor, and you're lengthening the body, keeping the body strong here as you breathe and hold. A little bit more weight there on your shoulders, okay? So really feeling the strength as you hold here. Keep breathing. You might feel some shaking, and that's all good. So keep holding. So you can lift a bit higher in the hips. And release. Exhale. Gently come down. Good. So let's come into cross, well actually no, we're going to come into this position where you bring the soles of your feet together, cup your hands around your feet, and just bring your body or your feet closer in towards you, as far as they want to go. Take a nice deep breath in and really lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, just see if you can press your elbows on the inside of those legs as you breathe out, pushing them down. So it's like you're just gently pressing and opening the hips a bit more. Then inhale, let go, lift up through your spine. Again, as you exhale, press down. Just bring your body weight forward a little bit and use that pressure of the upper body onto the elbows to create that deepened stretch on the hips. Inhale again, lift. And exhale, see if we can go a little bit more, breath out. And again, inhale. And one more, let's exhale. So next we're going to come on to abdominal posture. So if you just come into sitting pose, where your feet are a little closer into the body, back straight. We've got several options for this boat, we've done it before. So toes are on the floor, heels lifted, hands on the legs or off the legs. Option 3 is here with the feet up, back straight. Okay, hands can be under the thighs or away from the body. Again, keep tall through the spine. Option 5, so you can just extend one toe, bring it back, extend the other toe, bring it back, or you can just flip the toes. You can either bring the feet together, nice long legs, squeeze the legs here, the feet together, and keep tall and lifted through the spine. So this is your full boat. Try and hold it for about 4 to 5 breaths. Feel that strength here through the body. A little bit of shaking, that's quite normal, so don't worry about that. And then we just gently release. You're going to extend the legs here, and we're going to come into just a gentle forward fold to release from that. So reach the arms up nice and tall. Big inhale, lift high. And as you exhale, we're going to do a really nice forward fold over the legs. Relax the head, the shoulders, the breath. Just softening here. Nice and relaxed. And just with each breath out, feel your upper body softening to the legs. The knees can be slightly bent if you struggle with forward folding here, or you have quite tight hamstrings. So each breath out, just keep releasing, relaxing your upper body, relaxing the breath. And then we inhale, we just gently come up. We're going to lie on our back now, so just bring yourself gently back to the floor as you breathe out. You might want to take a stretch, so lengthen your arms above you, lengthen into the toes. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then we're going to just hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug and a little roll through your spine. So all that strength work we've done through the back, just give it a release here now as you rock from side to side. And then we can float the arms out. So on your next exhale, float your arms out either side of you. And as you exhale on your next breath, soften your knees to the right, turn your head to the left, and just keep relaxing here for a moment. Just softening your breath. Make sure both your shoulder blades are on the floor, and just keep relaxing. If it's too high with the knees here, hip height, you can drop the knees a bit more, and that will allow a little bit less of a stretch through the back. But if you want more, knees higher, and just keep softening your breath. This is a lovely stretch, nice and releasing. Then we inhale back to center, we exhale over gently to the other side. As we breathe out, we're looking to the right hand, softening over to the left side of the knees. Again, shoulder blades on the floor, really relaxed here through the back, through the spine, with the breath.
And then this leads us nicely now into a little bit of relaxation. So all we need to do now is just bring ourselves into a nice lying position. So from here, relax your legs out. You might want to just relax your hands away from the body. You might want to grab a pillow and just place it underneath your head so that you're nice and supported here. You might even want something underneath your lower back if you struggle with lower back problems, so to support you there. You might even want something under your knees. So make yourself comfortable how you need to, and you might then want a blanket just to keep you warm. So just do that for a moment. Bring yourself into a nice settled position. And then we're ready to begin. So I want you to bring your focus and awareness back to your breath. So your breath, just nice, natural now with the rhythm of your breath, and bring that awareness gently to it as you lie here on the floor. Just focus on that rise and fall of the belly. And if you need to, you might want to do a few sighing breaths. So as you breathe out on the next few breaths, just make that sound as you breathe out. A few of those sighing breaths are really nice, helps the body just to release any extra tension that you might not have released throughout the yoga session. So it can be helpful. So just try those breaths now for a moment. And then maybe if you didn't find that one helpful, you might want to try relaxing the muscles. And what we're going to do is we're going to just start by our next inhale. We're going to squeeze all the muscles in the body, so all the way from the toes, clenching toes, feet, calves, thighs, your glutes. You're going to tense the shoulders, the muscles in the back. You're going to clench your fists, so your arms are nice and all the muscles in the arms are clenched. And then your face, so really clenching all the muscles in the face. So hold just that gentle breath in, that holding of that tension, all the muscles, just for a second or two. And then a nice breath out and release all the muscles at once, just gently releasing. And then with your subsequent few breaths, you're just going to allow the muscles to keep softening with each breath out, just letting any extra tension go and allowing that breath to just float away with each breath out. Just noticing how relaxed the muscles feel from that clenched, from feeling really tight to now really relaxed. And just knowing that your breath can really help relax your muscles, the muscles in the body. Again, the breath, a really powerful tool that we can use for the body. So just be aware now of your feet nice and relaxed on the floor. Your feet may be a little bit more open now as your hips begin to soften and the feet just fall apart. Notice the calves on the floor and the back of your thighs and hamstrings on the floor. Notice the support of the ground for the body. Notice your back. Notice the softening of the lower back and the hips. Your shoulders relaxing onto the mat. Your palms opening out a little more as you relax through the shoulders with each breath. And be aware of your shoulders. Just keep softening those shoulders, letting go of any extra bit of tension around the shoulders, around the neck. Relaxing all the muscles in the face, just letting go of any expression just for a moment. Allowing your tongue to just rest on the roof of your mouth. And just being aware now of any sensations that you might feel in the body, just as you observe them. but just acknowledge them and just let them go. Just allowing our mind to be free of thoughts now. Just allowing any thoughts that come in to just float away as quickly as they come in. Allow them to float away like a cloud. Again, just observing them coming in and going out, and refocusing just back simply to our breath. So now we're going to just do our word affirmations. So we have done this on most of our sessions, and today I'm going to start you off with 3. Could be 3 just single words, powerful, positive words that come into your head, or 3 phrases. So whatever you feel you need today, just the first thing that comes to you, take 3 of them and just repeat them within your own head, just repeating them 4 to 5 times. I'm going to give you an example in case you're struggling with one today. I am enough. I believe in my dreams. Anything is possible. So just repeating either these or your own, just now as you sit here quietly in your own space. So as we just bring ourselves now back to the movement of the physical body, I want you to start to just move your toes, your fingers. I want to give your shoulders just a gentle circle, or maybe your neck just a gentle rotation. Maybe a stretch or a yawn, do whatever you feel, just to bring some movement and life back to the body. And then I want to say thank you very much for joining me today. Namaste, and I hope and look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.